Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry for the bare face. I just need to make this intro real quick. I want to apologize for the setup. I'm gonna try to cover this window right here so you're not kind of blinded by the light, and I'm gonna try to be as concise as I could possibly be. I haven't done this in a really long time, so I really don't know what to say or how to do this, and I'm probably gonna be a little awkward, so I hope you can bear with me. Today I am gonna be filming an everyday makeup routine using the Sunnies Face Fluffmate and the, what do you call these? Airblush. So I got these from my sister. She bought these for me, and my husband was in the Philippines a few weeks back, and so he brought it over, and I'm super excited. This is actually a Philippine makeup brand and a very successful makeup brand, by the way, well recognized by a lot of international makeup artists and celebrities and models alike. So I was super excited to try them out myself. Didn't really get a lot because I'm more into the practicalities of makeup now. As you've noticed, I haven't really been uploading videos because there's not much to upload. I haven't been buying makeup to try out. I've mostly been sticking to what works for me. These are the shades that I felt like I was going to be wearing a lot and I would have really good use of. So yeah, if you are interested, keep on watching and I'll show you some of my favorite products. To start off, I already did my skincare. I usually use a lip plumping lip gloss. This time I'm using the Too Faced Lip Injection. I actually prefer the Lip Extreme. I'm out. I just purchased some from Sephora, so it should be arriving this coming Friday. But I was inspired to do this makeup, not really tutorial, but like video today, so I can't wait until Friday. Besides, I'm working Friday, so I'm not gonna be able to film it all. And if I don't do it when I'm inspired or if I'm in the mood, it's never gonna happen. So I usually start with a lip plumping lip gloss. This actually works. It has like a stinging sensation. It shows your lips plumping a tiny bit, but the Lip Extreme is definitely a lot more potent. So I usually start off with a primer, and I've been using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter primer. I ran out of the Smashbox Photo Finish primer. That one is my absolute favorite. You should check it out. I'm just using this up. I'm not a huge fan of this, but it works and I have a whole lot of it left, so I'm just using it. I can't really say that there's anything particularly amazing about this primer, at least for me. It has a nice, like, it's not a matte finish. It's not like a silicone finish. It's supposed to have a blurring effect, which you be the judge of that since you're watching me through the screen. By the time I'm done with my skincare, I usually have a very dewy finish on my face. So I like this because it doesn't remove that. I'm gonna be doing this video old school style. I know I can't compete with other YouTubers nowadays with their fancy production, but I'm an old school YouTuber. I started way back, what, 2009 or something, and I just miss that. I mean, and you're probably gonna be shaking a little bit because I'm opening my drawer, and okay, you're on this vanity, so bear with me. Anyways, I prefer the old days where you just talk to your camera. I mean, sure, it'll be a little bit longer, but don't worry, I'm not going to keep you for long. I'm going to be real quick. I also will be using like an eye primer. Well, this is just an eye cream, really. It's from Belief. It came from like a travel pack. It's almost out. Do I always use eye cream? No, I don't. Should I be using eye cream a lot? Probably. But you know what? You do what you gotta do. And sometimes you forget to put eye cream. And the lighting's gonna be all weird because natural light and just this vanity lighting and this little lighting from my tripod is all I got. I don't use my whole studio lights anymore because it's all stored in the garage and I don't have the energy to even take it out. I will be using the Tarte Creaseless Concealer for my under eyes, and I absolutely love this formula. This is amazing. I actually tried the Shape Tape, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm sorry to everyone that loves it, but I just don't like it. I mean, I didn't really notice anything special. However, I did try the travel size. I don't know why they would use a different formula for that, but like, I wasn't particularly impressed. But for my under eyes, and generally for the rest of my face, I do like this, but this is lighter than my face. If you've noticed, I did purchase, hopefully a color that matches my skin, so I could use it for the rest of my face. It's creamy, it doesn't budge, and it has this really beautiful natural finish to it. So I use this for my under eyes, and for the rest of my face, I'm still using my OG NYX HD concealer. I've been using this for years. The past couple of videos, I've been using this a lot, so you're probably tired of this already, but it's super cheap. There's not a lot of product in it, so you're gonna have to purchase a lot, but for $5, it's not a big deal, right? The reason why I love this so much is because it's the exact, I'm in number 4. The finish is very full coverage. It doesn't move. And the shade it just blends well with my own skin. So I like that, you know? And I don't know why I'm like old. Well, not old, but I'm like over my 20s. I am not a teenager anymore, but I still have breakouts, and no matter what I do, it just doesn't stop, you know? So you just accept that fact and deal with it, and thank God for concealer. And the worst part is, whenever I break out and it heals, it always leaves a scar. So I do a lot of peeling, chemical peels, like lactic acid, glycolic toner. I do vitamin C to kind of just renew my skin each time, because whenever I have scarring, obviously I have more work to do. And my goal in life is to do less. I blend it out with a dry beauty blender. Sometimes I do it wet or moist, not wet. But you know, I'm gonna have to stand and wet this, so we're gonna skip that, and I need to remember to look at this and not this. But yeah, I'm just gonna use a beauty blender. I give some of this some time to dry out because it just stays longer and it covers the blemishes a lot better if I wait for it to be a little bit more tacky. Same thing with my under eyes. I have my mirror right here on the side, so this is a little weird, but I actually don't rub this off. I gently press it onto my skin, and when I do that, I find that the coverage is much better and the lasting power is a lot more natural looking. And what I love about this concealer is it's actually buildable. And even when you put powder on your under eyes and you kind of miss a spot, or you kind of just want to build on a certain area, you totally can. Like, you know how sometimes concealer applied over powder just ruins it? This does not. I find that it really blends so well, and that's one of the reasons why this is like my fave concealer. This retails for like, I think $26 for the full size. They have the travel size if you want to try it. I think it's about 12 bucks. So that's my under eye. Now I'm going to move on to my nose. There's some redness there. My goal in life, as I said, is to do less, sleep more, and to look natural, you know? About like certain spots on my face showing, because it just gives that illusion that I don't have any makeup on because my skin's showing through, so I don't cover it. And I don't try too hard to cover them because skin is skin. Normal people have some type of mark on their face, you know? Well, apart from probably the blessed ones that have perfect skin, that have no mark on them, God bless them. Take a break and have some of this. So for super stubborn blemishes like this, I just kind of go over it with this cream and let it dry, and then I'll deal with it later. So this is the look. I'm gonna have to set my under eye. I use the Fenty Beauty Universal Blotting Powder. The powder is really fine and the finish is amazing, and I just use my beauty blender to set my under eye, and it doesn't budge after that. And I also do it for the sides of my nose. And in between my brows, because I tend to get really oily there. Those are the only places that I really powder. Now, usually I do my brows at this point. Nothing new. I'm still using the Wonder Brow product, and I'm just gonna carve my eyebrows. I don't really do much. I have microbladed brows, so I just kind of like fill in the sparse areas. So I am done with my brows. I actually did something new where I use like a liquid fine tip liner to create brush strokes, but I got it in gray. It's actually a great product. I use the L'Oreal Super Slim liquid eyeliner, and looks like this. I got the gray thinking that it would be, you know, good enough for my brows, but I think I ordered the brown because it's too dark. Then I am going to use like a brow thing. I don't even know what they're called anymore. That's how long it's been. But I have been using the Glossier Boy Brow, and honestly, if I were to compare the Benefit Gimme Brow versus the Glossier Boy Brow, I don't know, I just prefer this better. However, this is a lighter color, so it gives kind of like a warm brown tint to my hair. So, we'll see. I don't think there's much left of this, honestly. It just kind of gives that hair effect. And then I'm probably gonna try to do the boy brow like at the inner corner, just to kind of lighten this area up. And then if there are any like imperfections, I just go over it with a concealer brush. And then like tap around that concealer that I reinforced earlier, just around the edges so I'm not removing the coverage. But this is it for my brows. Then I use a little fluffy brush like this. And usually I use the Fenty Beauty Powder, but I also use the Celebration Foundation Illumination by It Cosmetics. It has a translucent finish to it. I used to use this for my under eyes, and I said that I loved it. And I still do, but the Fenty Beauty, and this adds coverage too, but the Fenty Beauty just is finer and just has less tendency to cake around my under eyes. So, however, I do use this on my lids so I could get rid of that like natural tint to it and just mattify it, because I'm going to put back the warmth with a bronzer. So I am using the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny, and this is a popular product. This is like an old school bronzer that was super popular on YouTube a long time ago, but I just use like a little crease brush and I just put the warmth back into my eyes like so. And I'm not too perfect with this, my goal isn't really to recreate a crease. My goal is to just like bring the warmth back on there. And then I kind of go around my nose area. And that's why I like using the bronzer. This is literally my everyday makeup. This is how I do my makeup, no matter where I go. All right, now for the part that you've been waiting for, I'm going to be using the Sunnies Airblush. I'm going to start with Biscuit. Biscuit is kind of like a contour color. Looks like this. This is the color Biscuit. And when you open it, it's got a mirror, which is great. And then it's just this bronze color right there. And you just use your finger. They say that it's cream, but the finish is powder. And I have noticed that. So I basically just pat it on my skin like so. And I try to build it. Frankly, I actually like this just because of the ease of application. Like, I don't need to use a separate brush because I used to use like a cream concealer from Bare Minerals and I have to use a brush to blend it out. But with this, I just my fingers. Just use my fingers and tap it, which is nice. Now I'm not going to use this on the other parts of my face because that's just way too much work. I'm going to go ahead and use Moon, and it looks like this. This is like a dark, it's like a brown. It's a little scary when you first look at it, but it's actually not bad. It's like a nice kind of, I don't know how to describe the color, but it's nice. I like it. Just put that over Biscuit at the high point of my cheek. And it really does have a powder finish to it. I don't know how they created this formula, but I like it. Now, I'm going to take Disco. It looks like this. It's like a red color almost. Well, it is. It looks like it's red. It's scary when you look at it on the pan, but it's not too bad. But you have to have a light hand with this. Now, this I put right here and then on the middle of my nose. And then I just blend it with the finger that doesn't have product because it is a strong color. I don't want to overdo it. And if I need more, I just use the finger with the product and just tap it. And then blend, blend, blend. Now I'm going to highlight using the Becca highlighter in Opal. I've had this for a long time. I still have not hit pan. Well, I kind of, but I still have some. And I just reinforce the dewiness on the high points of my face. And I do this before blending everything with like some type of powder because it clings to my skin a lot better. And I use a little bit of it on my lids as well to kind of tie in the whole dewy look. And with this highlighter, it's just very subtle. It's not super in your face, so it doesn't really, it's not too crazy, you know. Now, I am going to be using Bare Minerals loose eyeshadow in Hyacinth, and it looks like this. It's an iridescent shade, and this is best applied with your fingers, and a little goes a very long way. It looks like this, and you just use your ring finger, kind of get that much. Sometimes that's even a lot, so just pat it in a tissue, and I'm going to put it right in the middle of my eye like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with my little finger. And it just leaves this nice iridescent color in between. And I kind of have to build it up because I want that color to pop. I'm gonna get a little bit of this pencil brush, get a little bit of product there, and just put it on my brow bone like so. You don't need a lot. Just enough to kind of give a hint of that color. And then to open up the eye some more, kind of make it look a little bit more finished, I'm going to take like a little smudging brush like this. I'm going to get some of that bronzer and then apply it underneath. And I have like a nude eyeliner. This is actually a Nichido concealer. Careful with your eye boogers. I'm going to use like some type of brown pencil and further just define the lower lash line here. And just smudge it. I feel like the older I get, the less precise my makeup skills are. Still using the Dewy Finish by NYX. I've also used the Smashbox Primer Water, and it's actually pretty good too. I like using this before applying makeup because I find that it doesn't really work so well for my skin in terms of keeping it set. This one, though, never fails me. Now for my lip color, I am going to use, so I have 3 shades. Girl Crush. Looks like this. Honestly, Girl Crush reminds me of Lolita 2. And I'm going to show you how it looks like. And then just remove it because I don't think I'm going to wear this. Well, maybe I'll mix stuff, you know, I'll mix lipsticks. So this is Girl Crush. It reminds me of Lolita 2. Then I'm gonna go do Milkshake, and it looks like this. And Major is just a red lip. If you want to see how this looks like, follow me on Instagram. I have an Instagram photo of, I believe, Girl Crush or Milkshake in a separate photo, as well as Major. And this is it for the face. Honestly, not much. But I'm gonna do the rest of my hair and everything else, and I will show you guys how the whole look comes together. Okay?